Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, okay, today I'll finally be productive? You open your laptop, you sit down, you're ready, and then you check your phone, scroll a bit, watch one video, then another, and suddenly it's been 2 hours and you feel like trash, not because you're lazy, but because you wanted to do better. If that sounds like you, this video might change how you see motivation forever. 1. The lie you were taught. Here's the truth no one tells you. Motivation is not something you have, it's something that shows up after you start. But school, social media, even self help videos, they all teach you the opposite. They tell you, wait until you feel ready, find your passion, get motivated. But here's the problem, your brain is designed to avoid effort. It wants comfort, it wants easy dopamine. So if you wait for motivation, you'll wait forever. 2. What's actually happening in your brain? Your brain runs on a simple rule: action, reward, motivation, not the other way around. When you start something, even for 2 minutes, your brain releases dopamine, not from finishing, but from progress. That's why once you start studying, it gets easier. Once you start working out, you continue. But starting, that's the hardest part because your brain sees it as a threat, energy loss, effort, discomfort. So it pushes you to avoid it, scroll instead, relax instead. That's not weakness, that's biology. 3, the real reason you procrastinate. You don't procrastinate because you're lazy. You procrastinate because your task feels too big, too unclear, too boring. Your brain looks at it and says, nope, too much work, so it escapes to TikTok, to YouTube, to anything easier. And here's the scary part. Every time you avoid the task, you train your brain to avoid it again. That's how procrastination becomes a habit. For the 5-minute rule, the game changer. So, how do you fix this? Simple. You stop relying on motivation and you use this instead, the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 5 minutes. That's it. No pressure, no big goals, just 5 minutes. Why it works? Because your brain stops resisting. 5 minutes feels easy, safe. And once you start, something magical happens. You continue because starting was the real problem. 5, build a system, not a mood. Motivation is unstable. Some days you have it, most days you don't. So stop depending on it. Instead, build a system. Here's a simple one. Morning, don't check your phone for the first 30 minutes. Start with one small task. Afternoon, use a timer, 25 minutes focus, 5 minutes break. Evening, review what you did, not to judge, just to see progress. That's it. Simple, repeatable, real. Because success doesn't come from big bursts of motivation. It comes from small actions done daily. 6, the truth that might hurt. You won't always feel like it. You won't wake up excited every day. You won't suddenly become disciplined overnight. And that's okay because the people you admire, they don't feel motivated all the time either. They just start anyway, even when it's boring, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. I know how it feels sitting there wanting to change your life, but doing nothing, feeling stuck, feeling behind, like everyone else is moving forward except you. But listen carefully, you're not broken. You just learned the wrong system. So here's what I want you to do after this video. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Pick one task. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just start. That's it. Because the dark truth about motivation is this: you don't need it. You just need to begin. If this video helped you see things differently, hit like, subscribe for more real advice that actually works, and share this with a friend who's struggling too. Let's get better, one small step at a time.